Hey guys, Lady Lavon, let me turn you on. Oh yeah. It's early in the morning. I'm listening to the news and oh my God, I need some coffee. But I needed to get this off my mind because I'm realizing we don't got time to play. If you are an influencer, you need to care about what really matters. And if it don't matter to you, then you must be under a rock and living off grid already, because this is about to get hectic. This is nothing is making sense. And I'm starting to realize, and yes, I got this in my hand. This is going to be my last one. But I'm just trying to keep my stress levels low. As y'all know, I've been out in this car on and off since October. I lived in a mansion, as y'all know. I lived in Chicago for a little bit. Like, I'm good. I don't want to stop living in this car because I want me to get so tired of this situation with us Americans that I want to make a change. I want to do something. We cannot survive like this. Nobody's making it. I live with a fucking millionaire. He probably was a billionaire. He made plastic. I'm not going to say his name unless politically I can get some money to say his name. But he makes plastic. He's French Canadian. This dude is still worried about money. I'm telling you. So there's a system problem. And what I realize is the key thing, y'all, is forgiveness. We have to forgive, but we also have to be assertive and stern about equality and fairness. Because what I realize is, yeah, and God bless Kanye. I wish I could meet him. We all owe Kanye an apology because he's been seeing this. Y'all gotta know, as you go up and you start being around rich people like I was in that mansion, you realize they don't have it all together like that. Y'all think that they just up there, ha ha ha. They're not worried about you. Trust me, they're not worried about you in none of the level of it. If you think that their whole plan was to get rich just to piss you off, you got the wrong idea about white people, rich people. We already know it's white people. But the thing is, we have been played with mentally for so long, and that was what the MK Ultra thing is. It's like we're under so much mental stress that we are not able to thrive. And when I realized all my I was like, why is my life like not looking like how much work I put in? That's because we are the new slaves. And it has not ever just been black people. It's been poor white people too, even middle class white people. I was raised by a white woman in Susanville, California. I'm always bring this up because y'all gotta understand I have a whole different perspective than most black women or black people, because I was in, let's say, this circle, where now I can analyze why am I struggling to get my 3 kids? Why am I don't have the support from my family? Because we are at mental capacity. Black people has been at mental capacity for a long time because every time we do something, they destroy it. When I went to college, I went to an all-black college just because I wanted to be around black people. But that shit was rigged. The quality of work was terrible. The campus was terrible. Texas Southern University was terrible. When I was not motivated at all. The curriculum was terrible. Everything was terrible, so I dropped out. Because it wasn't making sense that I was on a full ride and I still owed $30,000 in student loans after 2 years. That didn't make sense. My parents didn't understand that because they don't have no capacity to understand nothing. Then I think about all the relationships I've been in that was torn apart, not because we couldn't get along, but because money was always an issue. My last relationship was the best one I had, but when the bank stole our money, we talking about the bank itself Navy Federal was targeting black people who had money. We're not talking about they was just targeting people who made a minimum wage. We was above minimum wage and got targeted. And on TikTok, it was more than just me and my ex that got targeted. And you know what was fucked up? Every time somebody would say, oh no, that wasn't the bank, that was your fiance, that was your fiance. I'm like, bro, I was there through every conversation he had with the bank. That is so sad that that's the first thing y'all motherfucking think about hard working construction workers. Seriously. And then of course that was gonna fuck up our relationship. Money. It wasn't that he was a bad person. Yeah. Black men don't do well under too much more scrutiny because they've already been under too much scrutiny. I always would say you're not inferior to these white men. White men are very scary. Don't get it twisted. We're not talking about fighting. They don't mind fighting and blasting your ass. But let me tell you something. They scared of losing that money. They scared of losing their status. They scared of losing their family. Okay? And we got to start playing on these fears that white men have, since they always want to fuck with our heads. We got to do it. You got to stop buying at Walmart. You got to stop buying at Target. You got to stop. Do y'all know that if just black people alone, if we did not buy from Target for one whole day, they lost $100 million. You hear me? One day we just don't buy from these places. The only reason, we complain, but there's solutions out there. It just takes a little more mental capacity that they know we struggle to have. But it is worth it. We need to shut this shit down. They've been breaking up family homes through their wealth for years. Even when our grandparents were staying together, the house was broken. The husband was overworked, so was the wife. We can't watch our children, because then that's how weird stuff happens sexually to them, because we can't watch our children. Like, we gotta stand up for something or fall for anything. And how long do you want to do this? There's some people out there that's just so oblivious, they won't know if a bomb is about to come straight their way, because they just like, well, this don't matter to me. My parents got this. My parents got that. I've always lived a comfortable lifestyle. Okay, but that's about to change. They're hiking up all kind of shit that don't make sense so they can pay the national debt off our back. Elon Musk, what? Come on, y'all. We gotta do something. Like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not out here because it's cute. I'm not out here because I'm trying to make a point. I want to make a difference because I have children, and we have not been paying attention to our children. We have not. They trying to say my son is slow because he don't talk. I know how my son is. The fuck? If he don't like you, he not talking to you. But I've never had a problem with my son talking to me, or my son talking. I know what my son's problem is. I know what my kid's problem is. They need their mother. And I'm out here in these streets trying to figure it out, while all these black men at home chilling with they fucking mama. Like, if you don't come on, like, I love you. I love Americans. I love y'all. I love all of y'all. But this shit's going too far. And black men, stop fucking crying, man. Like, listen, I understand all my black men. We all in the same boat, though. Black women are in there with you. We being discriminated against way 10 times more than you black men. Trust me. And sexualized on top of that. So, there's no excuse why black women gotta constantly fucking construct everything. Like, come on. Get your ass up. We cannot pay $5 for a little bag of chips, bro. You know? We gotta hope that our tax money come in when it's supposed to. That's what I'm banking on right now to get my kids. This tax money that last year my baby daddy mama stole because she was in a pinch. Bitch, I've been out here homeless since my ex left Texas because he was under so much scrutiny. Like, in his mind. They trying to play with our fucking mind all the time. You letting these people play with our mind. Get us all emotional. It's time to stop being emotional, for real. You should be tired. You should be too tired to be emotional. Seriously. This shit's getting old. Like, that MK Ultra shit is weird. You keep eating this dumbass food and not growing your own. There's so many ways to get around this. Let's get out the cities. Let's get out these cities and make our own shit. Because I'm so annoyed that white people, you always walking past our problems. And every time I ever tell white people what me as a black person going through, even my stepmom, that's why I don't even fuck with them no more. Because they don't fucking care. Because you know why? They don't want to have more capacity or guilt on their brain that, yeah, you might not be racist, but you are a bigot. You walk past our problems. You got the nerve to have mixed kids. What Kanye say? Ain't nothing. He ain't nothing richer than a white man with black kids. Like, I literally was a nanny of a mixed baby. That nigga don't know nothing. The first thing about her, blackness. And it's just like, this shit is just a fucking shit show. The whole world, this shit don't make sense. They say that China is doing better than us, but it don't look like it because they overworked. They might have better technology and shit, but they're overworked and they're suppressed like a motherfucker to follow all these rules, or they gonna get super executed. Why does that don't sound fun to me? Don't sound fun to me. I want to be able to be my damn self. I don't want to be limited to one kid if I want 3 of them. You know what I mean? Time is now. I'm getting my kids. You motherfuckers need to do shit for these children. You need to fix it for the children. You think I'm going to put my kids in school? That's why, okay, put them in school. Put my son in special ed. That's crazy. They know that shit. They know that's my son because they trying to fuck with me. But see, that's the thing. That's what they want. That's what people want. You to be all fucked up in the head. But guess what? He ain't gonna be that when I get him out of these schools because I already know the game. I was one of those kids that I would be in a special ed class because I was always in trouble. That's where I went because that's where my coach was. There was always somebody to suspend me every year. Only one teacher. That was by design. It wasn't because I had straight A's. I was a top athlete with records in the school. But I was always suspended because I would question things they didn't want me to question. And then my parents, they had no capacity to support me because they got other shit going on. You know, so they would just be like, well, you must have been bad. That's what the teacher said. Systematically, we keep going under with these people, with these white folks. We keep on going under. This ain't about hating white folks. We need white folks to stop acting like this shit ain't happening still. Why can't we get over the past? Why are you goddamn deporting Mexicans? Mexicans has always had me, even before my own people. Mexicans has always had me. Mexicans always put me on to some work, construction-wise. If I was hungry, they would try to feed me. That was kinky. If I met their family, as long as I try to learn a little Spanish. Even last week, motherfucking black men mad because Mexicans give me cigarettes and lighters and food and juice because they see that I'm working harder than the black men. And now we deporting them. Bruh, who gonna do the jobs? America is so fucking lazy. Labor ain't that hard. You just sweat. You know what's harder? Sitting behind a faggot ass desk. You know what I'm saying? With getting a book ass sitting behind that computer that's fucking with your brain. It's not natural to constantly look at a screen, bro. I'd rather sweat and do work before and build my body and look good than getting fat behind a screen. Y'all don't know the difference? Then y'all want to listen. I was raised Catholic, so I always had Mexican friends. Middle school, high school, college, who I hang around, they was always Mexican women. Or white or Russian, like a European. It was never a white person from here I hanged with, because they are different. Europeans and white people from here, they're totally different. White people from America, bro, they are some of the weakest minded people, because they can't handle anything negative. So that's why, because they've lived in this fake system for so long, they don't want to hear about all the police brutality. They don't want to hear the discrimination. They don't want to hear about the rape. They don't want to hear about it. We got to stop worrying about the guidelines of YouTube and get this shit through. Push it through. We need to push this shit through now.